We have this lock 'em up, throw away the key mentality. You should not be hit with a double jeopardy. You should not be fined twice. You should be given the opportunity to have that be respected and therefore get all of the things that people would normally get in society as it relates to that population when there's an epidemic. My name is Dr. Yusef Salaam. I'm one of the exonerated 5.
Can you describe the traditional, how traditional prison conditions would look?
One of the hardest things to get used to in prison is the smell of prison. Of course, trauma happens there. We know that all kinds of atrocities happen there. But imagine if those things never get cleaned up. People who might have to vomit, people who've gotten cut, people who've died, people who've gotten physically assaulted. And I'll just let your imagination kind of understand what that may mean in an adult prison. If you want something that is going to help you smell better, you have to purchase the soap that will clean you in commissary. Now, they do have the prison brand, but how often can you get the prison brand? If they're telling us to act as if we all have the virus, don't go and visit family and loved ones, shelter in place. If they're telling us this stuff, and they're telling us about the infirm, they're telling us about the elderly, they're telling us about how do we protect ourselves, we have to understand that in prison, you have that full spectrum. You have people that are young, bunking many times, or on housing units many times with people that are old and infirm. If you move from one housing unit to another housing unit, from one cell to another cell, you don't always get the opportunity to clean that cell before you can lay your head down. And you have people in prisons who have to bunk with someone else. You have people in prisons who, if one person gets sick on the unit, that whole unit will get sick. That's how serious it is. Somebody sneezes, everybody, oh my goodness, we're talking about now you can put off face masks. I'm sure nobody's giving prisoners face masks. I'm sure nobody's giving prisoners hand sanitizer. These are the common necessities now. This is stuff that we need to survive. Whatever we are seeing in the world is going to be times 10. It's going to be magnified in the prison industrial complex.
We are introducing New York State Clean hand sanitizer made conveniently by the state of New York.
Governor Cuomo has announced that New York has begun producing its own line of hand sanitizer, but incarcerated people are being paid as little as 16 cents an hour to produce the hand sanitizer. So, I would love to get your thoughts and also what equity would look like there.
When you think about the prison industrial complex, you're talking about a population of people that in a very real way have become the new Jim Crow, have become the new slave population, are the representation of the 13th Amendment in real life. To then use that population in a way that's meaningful, but to not grant them proper equity, not grant them proper financial value when it comes to them doing something that is necessary. This is a straight up bailout by the people who have been forgotten. There has to be a give because of the take. As a government, as a society, it would make great sense for them to say, you know what, let me reduce some of the time that you are to do because you're participating in this bailout.
Do you think that inmates are fearful of COVID-19 and the impact it could have either in prison or in jail?
I think inmates are very fearful of the impact of COVID-19 in the prison industrial complex because they know that they are part of the forgotten population. That fear also has to be translated to the people who care for them, not just the wardens, not just the officers, but the mayors and everybody, all of the people that are part of that society, part of that municipality. It has to be translated to them because what we have to understand is that in this crisis, how we treat the least of us reflects on how we treat the best of us.